Yesterday at Garba, I had a few girls to put their dupatta back on for them in the ladies' bathroom, so I thought I'll do this tutorial for you. Starting with your fabric, your dupatta, make sure you know where the long piece is and where the shorter edge is. It doesn't matter which side you start on. And you want to start pleating. Just look at where I'm pointing and how I'm folding these. So on her shoulder, that's the top of the dupatta, the bit that is pleated on top, and everything else is pleated underneath. And you want to make enough pleats that kind of fit the width of your thumb and forefinger. They all want to be perfectly equal. So I'm just sort of showing you where these pleats are. I'm going to flip that round because the bit that was at the camera is the bit that's going to go towards the body, and that bit that I'm holding now is going to point outwards away from the body. So I'm asking Maya to hold it up for me, and where I think the fabric will fall at the back, towards the back of her knees, is where I'm going to start neatening those pleats up. So I'm just going to go back in and reset those pleats. They should already be kind of there because I've already pleated it. You can put a pin in at this stage if you want to, if you feel that you're going to lose it, but I'm experienced, so I'm just going to drop it and place it on the shoulder and pin it with, and this is really important, you must pin it with a nappy pin. If you don't pin it with a nappy pin, if you use a regular little pin, then it's going to bend and you're going to get frustrated unless it's a very thin fabric. I'm just checking that the bottom of that drape at the back there touches her knees. And the fabric you can, the pin rather, you can pin to the bra strap so that it doesn't move around. I'm just tidying up those, taking the inner piece of the dupatta now that's facing the body. I'm going to drape that around the side of her torso, bring it around the back of her body, and then to the front, and the very corner there is what's going to give it this Chennai Express style of dupatta draping. I've heard it's a Chennai Express style. I haven't seen the film, but I believe my customers have been asking me for this. So this dupatta is really long for her, so what we're going to do is fold it up, but the border of it is very, very thick, so I've got to fold it up differently in a way that doesn't puff her out. So I'm pinning it there first, then picking up the corner, and I'm going to just play with the folds until I get the V shape that I wanted. And always finish with the corner as opposed to the other way around, folding it in and then doing that, because it's just going to look really messy. And this is a lot less bulkier. When you pin in under the skirt, not over. No pin should ever be seen. And then the back of that little fold there, you can see I'm just holding it, that I'm going to pin just underneath where her dupatta falls. Or I should say chundri. We're talking about Navratri, so I should say chundri. Dupatta is obviously one way of saying veil, and the Gujarati way of saying it is chundri. Punjabi way is chunni. There are many names for it. So I'm just pinning this to her skirt. I'm just tidying up those folds and those strings there. Now Maya's very simple. She doesn't like too much of a do, so we're going to keep her makeup look really, really simple. She does her own makeup. What I'm going to do is just pin that. The reason I took that dupatta over her shoulders for me to show you that if you don't pin it there as well, it's going to fall over while you're playing. So I'm going to put another pin towards the back, but this time I'm just folding away the top of that border there and then pinning straight on underneath it. And when you put the dupatta, the border back on top, you won't even see that there. And it's just a really nice, neat way of doing it. Most people would leave the dupatta draping like this, but for this particular look I wanted it really clean, so I'm going to redo the pleats at the bottom here, and then I'm going to run a pin through it just to hold them in place. The pin I'm not going to take all the way through to the top. I'm going to pin it from underneath that main border there. And this is really nice to do when you're wearing a silk sari, because the the fabric can look quite puffy at times. So with silk in particular, the more kind of pins you have to hold those pleats down, the better and crisper it will look. So Maya's doing her own makeup. She's very, very simple. She doesn't like too much at all. She's got a few spots. Yesterday when she wore this outfit, she didn't have any makeup on at all, but she's got a few spots this morning. So she's put a little bit of my Inglot bronzer on, and then a brown blush across her cheeks. This is a glittery one. A little bit of gold from the Naked palette, and yes, most of my makeup does go missing on an everyday basis. She's nicked my mascara despite having her own. She can't find it, and of course it's not complete without a Nisha Davdra bindi, and she likes to wear hers at the side of her eyes. You can catch up with little clips of me playing Garba and Dandiya on my Instagram. The details are just here below, Nisha Davdra _ hennified. Please subscribe, rate and comment. Here's my second day of Navratri. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.